Call to action. Go. Say what you're going to say.
Oh, let's start with
Hi.
welcome to Sunday
Sunday.
with Louqshire Expediting Adventures. We are definitely having an adventure. It's snowing outside.
Snowing. It's cold. Cold.
We are here in, did I already say where we were?
Nope, you didn't.
Oh, Chicago.
Hampshire, Illinois.
Yes, it's about 30 miles northwest of probably downtown Chicago. We delivered
Friday night.
Friday night, yeah.
Early,
yeah, a whole 12 hours early. They were excited. Meant that they didn't have to come in on Saturday as early to unload us. So we did some shopping at Costco yesterday,
Yep.
and we found a laundromat. Then we came back and made some amazing ribeye, and we had artichokes. And
It's a yummy dinner.
we're almost finished with the whole blacklist, and then we'll just have to wait for weekly episodes. I'm a little sad about that.
Yeah. That's the hard part about binging TV shows is you get to the end at some point and you got to wait for more, or it's just over. Bummer.
Yeah, Criminal Minds is coming to the end.
Yeah.
I'm so sad.
Yeah.
That really saddens me.
Very sad. We need more energy. I feel like we're sitting here bummed out and depressed, and no one's going to watch beyond this point if we keep doing it this
Really?
way. Yeah, we need to get a little
It's
more
the
hype.
snow.
It is the snow.
We pick up later this evening, and then someone has to drive in it. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's we haven't had breakfast yet, and it's, 1 o'clock?
Is it 1 o'clock already?
It's 1:15, which now is really lunch. But I'm going to do a little meal prep here after we're done making our videos so that we can have some food on our long trip west.
Sounds good. Let's talk about our week. I mean, we haven't talked to anybody since Laredo, and that was like a Thursday ago.
Was that when we were camping in Laredo?
That was when we were camping in Laredo.
Because we've been back to Laredo since then.
So the last time we spoke, we were in Laredo. We had found a nice campground there. Just after we recorded the video, we actually got a load offer out of Laredo going to... actually picked up in San Antonio, and it went to Michigan.
Michigan, yes.
Wow, it's been so long ago, I forgot what things were like and where
I feel like we
went.
should get our book and look at all of our stuff.
Yeah, right.
So we ended up in Michigan, and then we ended up getting a load out. We did.
Yeah, we did. Of course.
Why
I mean,
we?
something happened.
We've done a video since
Wow,
then.
we haven't done a video
No.
since then. No. I mean, that was only a week and a half ago.
Well, because I thought on the out, that's when I got pulled over for my... I thought we did like a little mini video in between.
No. We got pulled over on the way into...
Oh, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
We've been east to...
I guess we went from San Antonio to Philly. That's what we did.
That's
we
what
were
we
in
did.
Laredo. We got a load out of San Antonio
Oh.
going up to Philly. Then we delivered that load. We got a mini load from New Jersey into New York, and then we got a load out of upstate New York going down to
Indiana, the very bottom,
that's right.
bottom.
That's right. Southeast
West,
Indiana.
Southwest
Indiana.
Indiana. It was almost like it was in the corner. If you look
Right.
at the map, it was like right in the corner. It was at an airport. Let me tell you, that was my least favorite load we've hauled.
That was liquid. It was
Our tanker endorsements
5
were used.
totes of
Totes?
de-icer fluid. That's what they call them, totes. The big plastic
They were.
bins.
I would call them vats.
I'll put a picture in here so we can see what they were.
They look like
but,
vats of stuff.
yeah.
They were heavy.
And you could feel the surge as you sped up and slowed down. You could feel the surge of the liquid back there. So that's why it's important to have that tanker endorsement so you can get loads like that, but also to understand what that load feels like versus a bunch of pallets with boxes on it, because that liquid is going to move on you.
And it moved a lot.
It did move a lot.
It was nice once you got going on the actual freeway, but anytime you hit the, I guess, what is it, the concrete where it merges into a bridge, those are pretty drastic actually in a truck. You could feel it surge, and when I mean surge, the whole truck would just kind of do that rock motion like liquid. So and then it was windy, so between wind and the surge, it was just my least favorite load so far.
Unloading that wasn't fun either.
No.
2,200 pounds each. onto a concrete
pallet
asphalt mix
jack?
on the tarmac. Yeah, it was not fun unloading that.
No.
So.
And then.
Yeah, after that we got a load out of Nashville, going to Laredo. Does that take us to Laredo?
You're thinking your wheels are turning.
Are they?
I think it went back to Laredo. It was south of Laredo. It was Hidalgo. Is that what they call
Hidalgo, yeah, just near McAllen, Texas. Made that delivery, and we picked up the same day. Got a load out of McAllen going up to Laredo, about 200 miles. So we actually got paid to move into Laredo, close to Laredo, which was nice. And the first out, which I don't know if it helped us any, but we got the first out.
We have mixed emotions on what that means.
Yeah, first outs. So we did that. Next day, we actually met up with some really nice people.
They are
Trey and
Mia. Yes. There's Sprinter van, cargo van drivers, and they follow the trucking couple. And there was a live chat, and we were all chatting in the live chat, and they said they were also headed to Laredo, and so we made a meetup happen because they are interested in making the switch over to a straight truck. So we had an amazing time.
It was a good time.
Yeah, great conversation
good people.
And good questions about the lifestyle out here. So, and then we also met up with a fellow teammate.
Fellow teammates, the ones we haven't met yet, and we didn't get
only
pictures.
Ones.
The only ones we hadn't met yet. Frank and Leanne, it was great to meet up with you guys and say hello and finally put faces to voices. And hopefully next time we'll get a chance to spend a little more time, maybe break bread and talk a little bit more than we did this time. It was cold outside, so we kind of said our hellos and talked a little bit and then retreated to our respective trucks because it was cold.
And you know
Laredo went from...
Let's just say it wasn't that cold compared to where we are today.
No, it wasn't, but Laredo went from 89 degrees
and
on
shorts
Tuesday to...
60
degrees with wind on Wednesday morning, so it was a pretty drastic change.
It was cold. It might have even been colder than 60.
It may have been
because it was in the morning.
It was cold enough. It was cold enough to make us run and hide in our warm sleepers.
So we got a load out of Laredo going to
Alabama.
Yeah,
that was fun. That was fun.
What is that? The Crimson Tide?
Yeah, took that to the Mercedes plant there, and 3 gates later we finally got to the right gate. Huge plant there in Alabama, Mercedes. But
we lucked out and missed a tornado.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
That had just come across the 59, probably 15-20 minutes ahead of us. So
tree branches snapped and
the southbound was closed.
Debris across the road.
Yeah.
We made it through there okay.
We did.
Fortunately.
We did. Yeah.
And then we got deadheaded 300 miles up to Tennessee again for the load that brought us here to Elk Grove Village in Illinois. That put us here where we're at now. So tonight we have a load that picks up at 1900 that takes us into California, Los Angeles again. So it's been a good couple weeks. Yeah, it's been a good couple weeks where we've been running pretty consistent with, maybe 12 hours between loads, but we've been getting loads pretty good and turning some miles.
So we wanted to share about an important topic that has, I think, any couple, I don't even think it's couple, just any relationship, whether it be personal or professional, is very important. And we've decided it's probably one of the most important, especially out here being confined in a smaller space. But we want to share communication and how important that is. We talk often about it, just between ourselves, about how, I don't know, we're done delivering a load, for instance, we high-five each other and talk about what great communication we had on making it happen.
Or how it could be better communication, because it's not always perfect. So in this environment, we have the unique perspective of having not just a personal relationship but also a professional relationship, and sometimes those two cross over in a weird way, and you have to be able to put the personal aside and deal with something professionally.
It's hard to slam the curtain.
Yeah, it doesn't have the same effect as slamming a door when you walk out, but you have to get to the point where if you have those personal disagreements or personal challenges that you can put them aside when you're making a delivery or pickup and be professional in dealing with the shipper or consignee but it's one of those things that if you can't put that aside and be professional when it needs to happen, it's going to cost you money in your business. So and that communication comes in a bunch of different ways, right?
Right. Not just between us. So,
right.
and that's what we just, like I said, not only is communication important and personal, but also professional. So when we communicate with dispatch, I find that our communication is good. Sometimes theirs isn't always good. We had, I think twice last week, someone said they'd get back to us, and there was no getting back.
We didn't get back.
I know things happen, but yeah, sometimes it doesn't happen the other way. Sometimes you have to be the one to follow up.
And communication can be simple things, how you're going to execute a backing maneuver if you have somebody spotting you, what that looks like. Those hand signals that the spotter uses to the driver when you're backing up, how that's important to have that set up and know what that looks like already.
You don't know what this means?
No, I still don't know what that means. Back there backing me up, she goes, oh, okay. So what do? You stop, put the truck in neutral, set the parking brake, and say, I don't know what that means. And you talk it out and figure it out, right?
We now use it, though.
We do use it because now we know what it means. It means just a little bit, slowly, just a little bit, right?
Yeah,
which
means, sometimes
right? It's funny I say we know what it means, and I ask you to confirm that's what it means.
Right. Sometimes in Bacura, a little bit means she wants to jump back 4 feet because her pedal for reverse is very, very sticky.
Very sticky. But it's communicating hours. How much time do we have? Yes, we shut down Friday night. I was low on hours. Melissa had just got a reset, and we needed to. I was hoping to get a reset. I didn't need one necessarily before our load tonight, but we had to go do some grocery shopping yesterday, so it wasn't her shift, but we needed her to drive so I could get the reset in. So just communicating those types of things.
Shift change, like if I'm tired and I can't quite make it to the end of my shift, and I know I'm not going to make it to the end of my shift, I'll let Vince know, hey, maybe you shouldn't stay up and watch TV in the sleeper berth because I might need you sooner. 10
hours and 1 minute, you're back in the wheel. Back at the wheel, my friend.
Sometimes it happens that way. So, mealtime, what are you feeling? Are you hungry? Just really good communication. Do you want to try to have a date night? We tried to have that last night, and then
somebody fell asleep.
We both. Is that what happens when you're over 40?
Yeah, I think I fell asleep.
So just communicating and just how important that is. Communicating. We offer a mentor program. We are mentors for new teams, so that communication between the new teams and us is really important because we want them to be successable.
Sure. Communicating with your dispatchers or your customer, the shipper or the consignee, when you have to make those phone calls to them to get to alert them that you're an hour out or whatever that request is, and how that looks, and making sure that's professional conversation is important. Communicating with other drivers is important. We pulled into the fuel island the other day behind a truck, and he pulled forward, but didn't pull forward quite far enough so we could fuel. Our fuel tanks are set back pretty far just for weight distribution since we have the big sleeper. So I got out and I went over and said, hey man, would you mind pulling forward a little bit? My fuel tanks are set back and I can't quite reach the pumps. He said, no problem. Got back in his truck, pulled forward another 6 feet, and we were good to go. So or
going in reverse. Sometimes you ask to go in reverse.
Sure.
Because then once you fuel, the def is in front, and sometimes the hose doesn't reach, so sometimes you have to back up.
Back up a little bit. So.
And so he'll go back and ask a driver, hey, you don't need to move. I think you're good, but I am going to back up a couple inches or feet. And just communicating that the truck behind us doesn't have to blast his horn thinking that we're going to back into him.
We're going to back into him, sure.
So... good communication.
Communication is important. For us, communicating, we're taking Annie out for a walk, or really when we do a shift change, that's when it's important to let the other one know how long it's been since Annie's got out and gone for a walk and taking care of business, because the last thing you want to do is get 5 hours down the road and realize that Annie's made a little Tinkle Winkle in the back because she had to go and nobody knew. So, but those kind of things are important. So, communication, very, very important in life. Not just out here on the road, but in life, it's very important to have that open, clear line of communication with people that you need to talk to.
I think there's even some nonverbals. Passing other trucks. Allowing someone to come in front of you. I mean,
Sure.
Those are all done with your, what do we use?
Marker lights?
Marker lights, the interruption of the marker lights, flashing of them. I think that's a nonverbal communication, and I feel it's appreciated. Not always do you get the blinky from
You don't always get a thank you back, but
But, maybe they don't know how to work that button. So I don't know. I think communication is just really important, and I know it is in life in general, and in our relationship period as boyfriend girlfriend.
Sure.
But I think out here it's definitely heightened.
Certainly.
We've had to learn ways to communicate. We did a 70-point turn back up. That was one of our first. Up on the top of a residential
Beverly Hills.
Tight Beverly Hills.
Lots of cars on the side of the road because they had a construction site going on.
And it was
We were delivering
ritzy.
to a special event, so you had construction parking, the residential parking, and the people that were working the event on the street, and it was wow.
It was like a 100-point turn to get us turned and out. And anyway, just really good communication, on Vince and I's part of 2 feet forward, 1 foot back, a little to this way, just all of that. And we've done that in some other tighter spots too. And it amazes me when we both get in the truck and we're like, whew, high five, we made that one happen. Great communication. So.
Let's give a shout out.
Ooh, really? Who we shouting out?
You don't know who we're shouting out?
Annie?
Well, Annie's always here. Hi.
Okay.
We need to shout out Kayla and Eric, our newest mentees. They started here at Panther. Orientation was on Monday and Tuesday. They got in their truck, or they had their truck, but they got rolling on Wednesday, and so far they've been knocking it out the park. They are on their way right now to Dallas, Texas, and then continuing on to Fresno, California.
They're on their first coast-to-coast trip.
Yeah, they're on their first long one, so we are excited for them, happy to have them on. Welcome to #Highfield family, Kayla and Eric.
Yeah, great shout out.
Yeah, thanks.
They're killing it.
They are killing it. Everybody's killing it.
We have a new team coming on next week, and I'm really excited for them.
We'll talk about them next week, though, once they get through
Absolutely.
orientation and are on, and we get their appropriate pictures. So anyway, anything else?
No positive thoughts for driving in the snow?
It's snowing outside. Yep, it's snowing outside. We went in to take a shower. It was snowing and a little bit on the ground. Came out, lots on the ground. So, yeah, it's going to be fun tonight.
Thanks.
It's going to be fun tonight. So, with that...
I don't know what that means.
With that, thanks for watching. We appreciate
I'm getting sick. I don't know if I can drive tonight.
Oh, you're going to call in sick?
No.
Leave yourself a voicemail that you're sick since you're the boss.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. With that, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, and
comments down below if you have any questions.
we do read your comments and try and respond to them. And if you have questions, we'll answer them for you there. But ultimately, don't leave money on the table, and you'll be just fine. Say goodbye. You always say goodbye. You always wave.
Oh, bye.
There you go. I can't stop it till you wave.
I'm going to go make some ribeye steak for lunch. Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday.
nervous because I'm in the middle of a game.
That's... What game is it?
Solitaire. Are you recording?
I am.
I'm swearing. We're going to have bleeps. Are we going to bleep, 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 bleep?
No, because I vaped.
Oh, so this all get cut out?
Yeah.
It's not going to go on the bloopers?
Well, we can put whatever you want on the bloopers if we decide to do bloopers.
I think people like bloopers.
Really? Well, you did it once.
Well, maybe we need to do more bloopers.
More bloopers.
Bloopers.
Thumbs up for more bloopers.
Thumbs up for more bloopers. Bloop, bloop.
You ready to start?
Yeah.
Okay. Ready?
Well, nothing like getting cut off due to technical
difficulties.
But
we're back.
I
I think we've solved them.
So, we were talking about we haven't had breakfast.